Hey, Scott here from whattype.com, and I was going through some questions on Quora, and I thought I would address something that I see a lot, and that is that a lot of questions are framed in such a way that it presupposes that all of this is actually a lot simpler than it is. So when we're talking about myers-briggs type, you can't just put people into simple boxes where if you know their type, you know what their behavior is going to be. It's much more complicated than that. So what I mean is, so there are questions I see like, will an INFP cheat? That depends on the person. There are INFPs who cheat, there are INFPs who don't cheat. Every type has people who cheat. Some people have cheated at different points in their lives and not in others. It's often context dependent. You can't answer that question with a simple yes or no, except to say that some INFPs cheat, definitely, just like every type. Another example, are INFPs jealous? Same thing. People of every type are, or every type has people who are jealous, and people who generally are not, and some people are sometimes and not other times, and in different contexts, etc., etc. Another one, are people attracted to INFPs? Well, of course, people are attracted to people of every type. It's not as simple as, this type cheats, this type doesn't cheat, this type does drugs, this type doesn't do drugs, this type likes sports, this type doesn't. There's a lot more nuance to it. So nothing wrong with asking these questions. There are no stupid questions, but just from looking at these questions, I want to make the point that people are complex, so this is interesting. It's an interesting, we all kind of start at that point where it seems more simple, and the further we go, the further it takes us down the rabbit hole. In my mind, that's part of, how I think about it, and it's something that I enjoy about it. There's, it may seem a certain way, and then you learn more and realize, okay, something doesn't quite fit here. It's not as simple as I thought. And then that pulls you further down the rabbit hole, and you get a more nuanced understanding of what's going on. And then you form kind of a new idea of how things work, and then you realize something else doesn't quite fit. It'll never really get to the point where you just have this whole thing down. You understand the entire framework of reality. It just doesn't work that way. You just keep going farther and farther down the rabbit hole and getting more nuanced understandings of how things work. So I hope that helps at least someone watching this. If you are interested in learning about your own type, if you've been trying to figure out what your type is, you can book a Skype session with me. You can learn more at whattype.com/mytype. And I'm going to be taking students soon, so if you're interested in becoming a Myers-Briggs profiler, if you want to be able to tell what Myers-Briggs types people are in different contexts, you can go to whattype.com/lessons. And if you like this kind of stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.